again. I feel like it's been like months since my last upload, and that is purely because I've been away on holiday. I recently came from South Africa, which is where I'm from, and I was spending quality time with my family. My nan taught me how to make these amazing, I think they're like just buns. So I'll probably insert a couple of videos and hear me. Your mom's gonna kick my butt, bro. I don't want no parts in this.
Mosadi o tshwantse o ba le maikarabelo a go tlhokomela lapa o tsetse gore bana ka botšhile ba dia eng bana ba ka ba shotsa ene nka jea ene ka o yore bana ba khelele ya kokomogwa e feditše bjalo boe
I also spent quality time with my family, and immediately when I got back, it's just like life got in the way, you know. So I didn't have the capacity to upload, but I was also struggling with whether what I was doing is purely my passion. And while I do enjoy cleaning and I like these aesthetic things, they are only a subset of who I am, like a very small subset of who I am. So I went to God and I was like, I have no idea what to do, and I don't know what to do, essentially. So I waited and I waited, and I guess this morning I got my answer. So while I do like cleaning and aesthetics, I want to mix that with life, God. I want to encapsulate everything of who I am into this channel. So this is why you're getting this video. And so I hope you enjoy it. And even if this is not your thing, like, it's okay. There are so many other creators on YouTube that can give you exactly what you're after. But this is the direction that I've been led to follow. So I want to share with you a really important message today. So let's go. All right. So last night I was watching a video on my TV. I just kept thinking about this. I was thinking about it this morning. I was thinking about it literally immediately after I watched the video. This video is by AOC Network on YouTube. So if you guys don't follow them, definitely go check them out. They post some really thought-provoking videos, and they really have a really good way of piecing it up to what is in the Bible and what the Bible says. So for many of you guys that don't know, I am a Christian. I am obsessed with God, and I am in the season of asking him, why do I behave a certain way, or why do I have the friends that I have? What makes me attracted to the people that I invite into my life or keep in my life? Why is my family this way? Why is my bloodline like this? So I'm just in a phase of asking why. During that process of asking why, I have shed a lot of bad habits. So I used to drink, and it was down to the point where I couldn't stop without having shots or like being the life of the party, which there's nothing wrong with being the life of the party. It's just that the next morning I didn't feel the best. My day was kind of wasted, and while I was responsible to some degree, I just didn't enjoy the process of drinking. So I thought, okay, let me cut it off. And I shed that out of my life. I actually want to share what my experience was when I quit alcohol, but I think I'll leave that to another video because I'm not led to share that right now. So anyway, I quit alcohol. I also quit going out to places where alcohol, like the encouragement of, like where alcohol is encouraged. I shed that out, so no clubs. And if I really do have to go, like if a friend is celebrating something and they're like, hey, can we please go out to this club? I'll literally stay there for about 30 minutes to 20 minutes. And I've expressed my boundaries to my friends and they understand. So I'll try to support them in that regards. So I've shed away drinking, and I've also shed away some other behaviors of, actually I don't feel led to share what I've shed away. I think I'll share that in another video, but I've shed away other behaviors as well. And I'm at the place where I'm really interested in God. To the point where I'm so curious about, who are you? Like, why is this all happening? But anyway, I digress. I've shed away a couple of things in my life. And so let's go back to when I was sitting on the couch in my living room last night and I watched this video by AOC. The video is called How to Get on Track Before Jesus Comes Back. And I remember I was sitting there and I was feeling quite tired, and I think I was 10 minutes in and I was like, oh, you know, I would rather watch something on Netflix like Love is Blind or something reality show or something. And I was like, hang on, why do I feel this way? I was like, is the devil trying to not get me to watch this? So me being stubborn, I said, you know what, I'm gonna watch it. I am going to watch it. So I stuck through, and then he said something profound, the man in the video. And he said, he quoted the scripture from the Bible. This is John 15, verse 1. The vine and the branches. And God says, I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes, so that it will be more fruitful. So I let that sink in. Just a minor disclaimer here as we continue on with the video. John 15 or any verse or any book in the Bible can be interpreted in multiple ways. Some say 4, but I personally have only experienced in 2 ways, literally and figuratively. So the original content creator, he read this verse or these few verses exactly as they are from the mouth of Jesus, which was, I am the vine. Jesus, or the Lord, is the vine. He's the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, no other like him. He is the center. And being the vine, God will shed any branches that are not of his kingdom or for his kingdom away from him, and that will forever remain the truth. But when I read John 15, or rather when I experienced John 15, verses 1 to 2 were revealed to me in a different light altogether. And for me, it was in a figurative sense. So verse 1 to 2 were revealed to me exactly as how I continue to explain in this video, because of the season that I am in, which is God is using me for his kingdom, but he also has to reveal the things in me that I have to heal and adjust in order to better serve his kingdom. So that's why verse 1 to 2 I received differently. But as you continue on, even with John 15, he goes back to saying that he is the vine. We, as the human race, as his children, are the branches. So you see, you just need to read the Bible to better understand. But this is what I received from God yesterday, particularly only for verse 1 and 2. But if you were to read it literally, though, this is from the mouth of Jesus. It is the truth. He is the vine. He is the Alpha and the Omega. Anyway, I just wanted to put this disclaimer out here, and also to encourage you to read the Bible and also watch the original creator's video, please. It is a gem of a video. All right. And I was like, whoa, okay. What do you mean by you'll cut off every branch that bears no fruit? What does that even mean? And while I am in the season of shedding, that can be shedding relationships, that can be shedding friendships, I'm in the period in my life where I am trying to do what I call postpartum on my relationships, of what could have led to this person walking away, what could have led to this opportunity not coming my way, what have I done to contribute towards that? And while that is completely healthy, you need to be able to evaluate your behavior after events, during events, and take ownership of it. That just wasn't enough for me. Because I was like, okay, sure, you got upset at this, and this is why this person may have walked away, or this is why this person may have, just decided to say enough. I can't deal with Jax anymore. And fair enough. But I just feel like doing a postpartum, like a psychological postpartum on my behavior, was not enough. Because I kept leading it back to, for example, if you're an anxious person, you can tend to hold on to people. Even if they aren't great for you, you can tend to just hold on because somewhere in your past, maybe it's your childhood or I don't know, somewhere in your past, you are really traumatized by someone leaving you. And so you've got this habit of holding on. And that's where I was, admittedly so. That's where I was. I didn't grow up the best. Now, my mom really tried her best. She really made sure that we did not go to bed hungry. She made sure that we were fine. But obviously, a child needs other things to develop emotionally. And so my mom can't spread herself thin like that. Especially spread herself amongst 4 children on her own. There's only so much. So while my mother tried her best, I was still lacking. So I had a bizarre attachment to people that came into my life. And so anyway, I'm holding on to people that I shouldn't be holding on to. And really trying my best to make sure they're happy, regardless of the way they treat me. So I grew up, going to therapy and trying to figure out why am I anxious. And I figured it out. This is how you grew up and this is what you lacked. And I was like, okay, give you techniques like, try this, try that. Like when you feel triggered, you do this. And it's just like, okay, but I never felt satisfied. And in all of those scenarios, I would go to God. This is after the event, like after me holding on and it didn't work out for me. I would go to God and say, why is this happening to me? I'm trying my best. Why is this happening to me? Why can't people stay? Why do opportunities slip out of my hands? I really went to him with I don't deserve this. I'm really trying my best. I'm going to therapy. I'm doing this and I'm doing that. But nothing seems to stick. And as I watched this video last night on my couch, the devil telling me, don't watch it, and I decided to watch it anyway, he read John 15. So let's go back to that again. So John 15, I'm reading the NIV version. Verse 1. I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes. So let's think about that. What happens to a plant when you prune it or tame it or you nurture it? It blossoms, it grows, it sprouts, it starts growing bigger, And any leaves or any branches that are meant to shed off, the gardener will come, he will assess it. This branch right here on this tree or plant, it's not healthy for my tree, so I need to cut it off. So he cuts it off, and then he adds, I don't know, a pesticide or whatever to help it, mature and grow and become this beautiful plant or beautiful tree. And the gardener will come and do that time and time again. So any leaf or any tree that is not meant for the plant will do one out of two things. It either has a gardener that will come and maintain the plant, get rid of any dead leaves or any leaves that may affect the plant in the future. The gardener will come and cut it off. Or the second thing is that leaf or that branch will fall off on its own. It will fall off on its own. So what I was doing is I was actually holding on to dead leaves. Leaves or branches that bear no fruit. And me as a plant, I was crying about or protesting about why won't this dead leaf or dead branch stick onto me? Why? And I had an aha moment. It's meant to fall off. That for me was mind-blowing. And it's a very simple concept. It's an extremely simple concept. But the more you think about it and put it into context with the things that have happened into your life, you just get an aha moment. And so I now have confidence that when things or people or opportunities fall out of my hands, they are meant to fall off because God is pruning me. He is getting rid of dead leaves that will bear no fruit. So let's put this in to a realistic sense. For example, the relationship that you are in, that you may have really tried your best to do everything in your power to hold on to, regardless of how much you will try, it will always fall off because it was not meant to be there. It bears no fruit. It bears no fruit whatsoever. And let's go back to the example where I said, one out of two things will happen if you try to hang on to dead leaves as a plant. So as a plant, the gardener will either come and assess that this leaf or this branch right here may be of detriment to my plant, so I am going to cut it off. Or two, the leaf or the branch will fall off on its own. So I Googled, I said, what happens when you don't prune a plant? So it says, if you don't prune plants, they or their dead branches might fall off and injure people and animals and cause harm to others around it. So think about it. You have a tree on the side of the highway and it's just shedding branches. The branches keep falling off and falling off, and nobody comes and cleans it up. By the time you're driving past that highway, you're gonna have to go around the branches, or if you drive over it, I don't know, you might puncture your tire. I don't know. It might cause some sort of harm to you or your vehicle, and this is why you have people that will come clean it up, clean up the dead branches. Or even before the tree gets to that place, you will have gardeners on routine coming to ensure and monitor the health of that tree. So if you tend to hold on to people into your life and you don't want God to intervene and prune your garden, He will let those branches fall. And when they fall, you will consistently blame yourself. You will let go of the people that you will push the people that really try to be there for you out of your life. You will cause harm to the people that are really genuinely trying to love you. Or you will, I don't know, neglect your career, neglect your body. And before you know it, you've caused harm to other areas of your life because you're holding on to a dead branch that God tried to prune Himself. So with that newfound knowledge, I have so much peace that when things are gone or people decide to leave, I can say, you know what? It bears no fruit. And I can just do one out of two things as a plant. Either let God prune me and get rid of those dead leaves, or I can reject God and those leaves will fall anyway and they will start to harm others around me. So me personally, I've done the second thing, which is rejecting God and letting it cause harm to me, to the people around me, to the relationships that really try to be there for me. So I am choosing the easy way, which is, you want to leave? This opportunity didn't come my way? Cool. It bears no fruit anyway. So I'm just going to let God prune away. And I can't explain to you the amount of peace I have. So I really hope this message helps someone. I really hope that it gives you clarity. It removes any anxiety. Like I was just watching that video and I was like, whoa. Wow. So I'll end this off by saying, let God prune you. Let God help you let go of things that will bear no fruit. John 15, the vine and the branches. I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes, so that it will be even more fruitful. You are already clean because of the word I have spoken to you. Remain in me as I also remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. When people try to walk away, or situations or opportunities pass you by, let it. Let it. And when you do let it go, go to God and tell him, look, you're pruning me, and I will have faith that this is all for the greater good. Why? Because you're my gardener. Okay? I love you, and I hope you have an amazing day. And this video has brought you peace. And even if you need to share this with someone that's potentially going through a tough time, send this on to them. And let them know that God is just pruning. That's all he's doing. And whatever branch they're holding on to, it bears no fruit. So may God bless you, and may you find the peace that you're desperately searching for. Alright?
Ion.